Well, there were groups of scientific studies monitor what is the lung giant brain cancer and determine what would take place in your brain.
So are you
Take place a small microphone connected to a device that had previously been used by a mobile broadcasting station to send a message around the world. It had a weight to zero to center of the scale. Both the left and right sides were calibrated at 500 points, the left to negative, the right to positive.
Hi, so I'm live, and I'd love to talk about what's going on out here.
Yeah, do you want to talk to me first?
Yeah, I'll talk to you first. So I'd love for you to just talk about who you guys are and what's going on here soon.
Okay, where do I look?
You can just look at me, don't.
So my name's Rose Abramoff, and I'm a representative of Scientist Rebellion. I'm a scientist who studies climate change. I focus on how much carbon gets absorbed and stored in plants and soil. That's kind of my research area. And I'm here collaborating with Declare Emergency, Camp McGeezy, Honor the Earth, Indigenous, and Pipeline Activists on this global day of action, April 6th. So there are about 1,000 scientists in over 25 countries all around the world engaging in nonviolent direct action today in their various locations in order to demand that governments and society take action to try and limit warming to as low as a number as possible. Our slogan is 1.5 degrees C is dead, climate revolution now, and that's basically that we want governments to admit that 1.5 degrees Celsius is basically impossible, functionally impossible for us to reach. It will require us to peak emissions by 2025, which is in 2.5 years. And so we really need to get governments to acknowledge their failure and take action to save as many tenths of a degree as possible. Because right now we're on track for possibly over 3 degrees of Celsius warming, which is over double what we would consider a remotely safe level of warming.
What would be your specific demands to President Biden as you're here outside the White House?
Well, since we're working with Declare Emergency, I would say that Declare Emergency has a very specific demand, which is that we want President Biden to declare a climate emergency. And that's the main specific demand. Scientist Rebellion's more structural demands are about acknowledging the failure of the conference of parties and really taking steps to make deep structural changes across all sectors of our economy, agriculture, industry, energy, and transportation that are necessary to limit warming as much as possible.
And lastly, can you talk about the value of coming out in physical space and doing the sort of activism that you're about to do and the types of risk that entails?
Yeah, I've thought about this for a long time, and I know that myself and a lot of my scientific colleagues are trained to remain neutral and unbiased in all things, and I think that that's really a kind of wrong way of thinking. It's important when we're representing our scientific institutions and when we're doing our research to remain unbiased, but we're also people, and I have so much climate grief and so much panic and anxiety as a result of what I've been studying for over 10 years now, and I need to express that. And I think that, there's no reason for the public to take us seriously, that we're in a crisis, if we don't act like we're in a crisis. People look to scientists as a authority figure, and if we just sit around calmly writing our articles and reports, there's no reason for anyone to think that this is a really severe and urgent of a crisis as it is. So that's why I encourage all scientists or anyone who remotely identifies as a scientist to get out in the streets and join me.
Fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm doing my live stream. I'd love if we could talk for just a moment before this thing starts up. So my understanding is you were out at the event on Monday. Can you talk about broadly the activism that's going on, but also what occurred Monday and why?
We were out in the street on Monday. We blocked a major highway here in D.C., 395, and we were there for, 45 minutes or so. We did it because people need to pay attention to what's going on, and nobody is. And we want Biden to declare a climate emergency. A lot of people ask us why we're blocking normal people on their way to work or wherever. And the reason why is because people aren't paying attention. People need to pay attention. And that's why we're disrupting their lives. Not like we enjoy making anybody late to anything, but that's why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about the action that's going to take place out here in just a few minutes?
Yeah, we'll be over at the White House, which is just across the road here. And we'll be... I don't know how much detail I should go in here.
However you feel like answering that. I'm not pressuring you to say anything you don't want to say.
So we have a scientist rebellion, a person from Scientist Rebellion, Rose Abramoff is a climate scientist here, and she's very upset about global warming, as we all are, and the lack of action that we've taken for that. And we have some other people as well, and we're gonna have a good time. We have some people from Camp Easy and from Honor the Earth who are going to be here also. They fought pipelines in Minnesota and elsewhere, and we're all in here for the same cause.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so to the folks who are watching, that was a couple of interviews. I think that they're going to be starting up pretty soon here. So stand by, but there should be a demonstration starting here very shortly. In the meantime, I can show you one of their signs. Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to. Or is this starting? If this is starting right now, don't let me get in the way.
We need Alex and Arturo.
Wait for two, because they want people to know if we can
Here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, then sure. I'm live, so if we have time to do another interview, I'd be happy to. So I'm doing a live stream through now and through the end of this action. I would love to have you just talk to my audience about what's going on here today and why.
We're trying to have Biden get notice about the IPCC and the UN facts and statements of the climate emergency that we're facing. And we want Biden to notice and declare a climate emergency. We also want Biden to stop all indigenous land extraction, which also is killing us slowly through forms of carbon genocide, as well as mining genocide. Line 3, Enbridge Line 3, Enbridge Line 5, all the Tesla mines, and we need to have that stop. All the pipelines and all the poison that's being put into our lands, but then being extracted and put somewhere else, that's killing not only the rest of the country as well, but the rest of the world, and it's unfortunate that it already hasn't been done as of yesterday, when the IPCC and the UN declared it, basically declared it, and it's 1.5 Celsius is we're gonna die, and it's getting close to that already. It's not die, but definitely a catastrophe, if not dead, but we need to make this be known, and it's mostly coming from indigenous lands here in the United States and Canada. And we know, we've always known that we have to slow down and walk in a good way. And even if Biden just declares it, other folks will respond and react. Even if he just declares it, no action done by the administration itself, other folks will respond and react.
Can you talk about the value of doing a physical action like this, as opposed to just typing about your grievances online and so forth, but as opposed to doing confrontational activism, at the seat of power?
Well, I don't want to talk about that just yet, because you never know who's watching, but you'll see. We're gonna sing and try to speak to their conscience as well, But I don't want to give too much away. You just gotta stand by and watch, and
Fair enough.
that it usually draws attention, if someone is on my front porch yelling at me, like I'm gonna maybe peek out the window or something, so, or maybe someone else will peek out the window and tell me, hey, there's a bunch of people out there yelling about this specific thing, I mean, Biden literally lives here some of the time, so hopefully.
Hoping he's going to peek out the window.
Hopefully they'll peek out the window.
Gotcha.
Peek out the window, like if or somebody will peek out the window and be like, hey, there's people out there doing stuff. I get I'm a big deal, but there's people out there saying some real stuff and doing some real stuff. Like, maybe I should hear what they have to say. let alone the UN and IPCC. So I'm just grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful to be a part of this. Hopefully we can get more folks raising awareness of this genocide and human extinction. I know that humans tend to be the only animal or life on Earth that is not needed for the rest of the world. It's not needed for the rest of the world, and we're not needed as humans. And if we continue to harm our Mother Earth, Mother Earth will make us go extinct just like the dinosaurs. And so I'm grateful to be here. And
we're not that strong.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, were you recording him?
Yeah, but that's okay. No worries. Is this starting soon?
We are, we're gonna go up. And I was just gonna say, if I pee myself, that's okay. That's a part of the movement. Just like keep them. Not now, though.
What's the hold up? We're waiting for Zoom to be finished, and then the drummers are going to walk us down.
Lovely. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. However, it may be more like quantum physics. Quantum physics is nothing like classical physics. I'll briefly explain some.
Okay, again, to those who are watching, good morning. It is April 6th, by the way, my birthday, so if any of you are feeling like going on Patreon or anything like that, you'd be much appreciated. But anyway, there is a civil disobedience action that I'm anticipating happening in the next couple of minutes. If you've been watching this stream so far, then you've seen that I've interviewed a few of the people who are about to be participating. If you hear a voice kind of behind, there's one lady who's kind of doing some evangelism stuff in front of the White House, which is completely not related to what's going on here. So that's not the voice that this is about. But soon you will be seeing basically an environmental demonstration take place, which civil disobedience is expected of some flavor or another. So we will see what that ends up looking like just in a moment. But again, this is live, so you'll see it whenever it happens. Please stand by. I expect that when it does, it might be quite quick, actually. So we'll see, but stay tuned.
For several decades, businesses have this kind of a calculated mentality. It wasn't until the late 1970s and early 80s when desktop computers were made and put into use, and later when video games, computer games, and virtual reality were created. Some businesses believe we may actually be living in a giant virtual reality machine, a holographic universe that totally simulates your part of the multiverse. I can certainly understand why some of the businesses who don't believe in God may favor a multiverse. It's because we live in Goldilocks zones. That we're not limiting life whether it's possible. In fact, everything in our entire life is bound down to such a precise degree that if you took one place in life gravity was to work there, nothing would work, everything would fly apart. Businesses never considered how a computer professional will create virtual computers out of the
are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad I got the long on. Hope I stay on.
And so what's the message you're trying to send here, Change the White House Fence?
We want Joe Biden to declare a climate emergency and make deep structural changes to limit warming to as close to 1.5 degrees Celsius as possible. Oh, should you be two on one side, two on the other? Well, whatever, we're done. For the symmetry, but this is fine.
You're late to the party.
Ransom?
Use a lighter. Use a lighter.
Ask why you've connected yourself to the White House with a bike lock?
Well, I helped shut down traffic a couple days ago, and I know that impacted a lot of people in this area who live here, and I was told to take it to the people in charge who make decisions instead. So this is me saying 1.5C. We need to listen to scientists, we need to listen to Indigenous people, and I chose the bike lock because, yeah, cars are not it. We need to change everything, and so yeah.
Great, fair enough, thank you.
I'm Rosie from Off My Scientist with the Scientist Rebellion. I'm here with Indigenous, and my point is want to resist and declare emergency. We are engaging in non-violent direct action to demand that the U.S. government structural measures to limit warming to as close to 1.5 degrees
You two are connected. Do you want to talk about why you guys are out here?
To defend the earth because what's happening right now is not going to is under attack. He needs to step up his game and call a climate emergency.
Anything to add?
We're here for her. And listen.
declare emergency, can't be easy, and honor the earth.
If we're not connected to her, spirit. The spirit is within her. She doesn't like what we've created, and we can do better.
And are you prepared for the consequences of what might come with attaching yourselves to the White House fence?
We've felt every consequence. Our bodies have been touched, especially feminine bodies. We know what to expect, and we're prepared, and we have each other.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
To limit warming, we need to end fossil fuel emissions, and we hope that you join us. Does anyone have questions? It's pretty bad. So the latest Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which is put together by the United Nations, projects warming of potentially over 3 degrees Celsius, which is over double 1.5 degrees. 1.5 is considered by most of us in the climate science community to be a safer level of warming, although there really is no safe level of warming. We've lost so much already. 50% of all habitable land is being used by humans. There's been widespread, over 2/3 biodiversity losses across many groups of mammals, birds, fish, reptiles. Many of our waters are polluted, and it affects everyone. Our Arctic sea ice, if we go even above 2 degrees Celsius, speak louder, you're saying. If we go even above 2 degrees Celsius, our Arctic sea ice melts completely.
Hey guys, the park is closed. Get out to the park.
Right now we're on a road to have only 25% of our Arctic sea ice, and that's if we limit warming to 1.5 degrees. We're not on a road to limit 1.5.
Everyone here.
This is an example of silence.
Head out to A Street. It's closed. Let's go. Hey guys, it's closed.
Please look up Scientist Rebellion. There are actions happening in over 25 countries around the world. Over 1,000 scientists engaging in nonviolent direct action in collaboration with Indigenous activists, water protectors. Look us up, join us. Next time will be too many to clear the park.
Yeah.
I hope they'll give us a warning. I don't know. We gotta
Let's go, guys. I asked you a few times. Yeah, I have to. Let's go. This is closed. That's not the push because you weren't listening to me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is closed. No, you're not. You were resisting. Let's go. This area is closed. This area is closed. Well, let's go back. You gotta go right now. Are you gonna get arrested? Let's go. Let's go. That's what we're doing. Thank you.
That was an unnecessary push, officer. Unnecessary. What's your name? What's your badge number? Badge number. Name and badge number. Don't worry, we'll find out. Make sure you push them. We already got you. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the guy that pushed people. I wouldn't want to be me.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the White House. the home of President Biden. We're here this afternoon with the scientist
People attached to
revolution, rebellion, the scientist rebellion, and we're here to create a disturbance here. We thank you for being a witness here to what is happening. We have a scientist that is locked up to that fence over there, trying to deliver a message for climate justice. We need to remember that our world is on fire and that we need to take preventive action. Stop fossil fuel extraction. Stop the coal mining. Stop the lithium mining. Stop all the pipelines that spider underneath the earth, polluting Mother Nature. The North Pole, the Arctic, and the Antarctica are melting, raising the levels of water throughout the world. We need to take action now. Our climate is changing globally, and we need to take actions to prevent this. We need to change legislation. We need to get all our people on board and to make sure that we make different laws to protect Mother Earth.
The park is closed.
We are here in a peaceful and prayerful manner.
Who's making these
We are here to pray for you and your children. We are here because our ancestors have guided us here. And we're here to pray for each and every one of you. We thank you for witnessing this today, as our people are about to be arrested over there. Thank you, Creator, for guiding us this way.
Hey guys, I need y'all to get up to 8th Street, please. Thank you. We have registered media here. Is there not allowed to be in that?
We're here to your children are future generations.
I understand what you're saying, ma'am, but I need you guys to sit up to 8th Street.
Who makes this decision?
Our supervisor.
Why? No one's hurting it.
I hear what you're saying, but I need you to get up to 8th Street.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
We have registered media. We're not going to go in there and raise more hell. We already raised
I
enough.
understand. I don't want to sit and argue with you guys.
Timmy, stand down. Timmy,
You can protest on what issue you just can't. We're going to just close right now. That's all we're asking. Now you guys move up to 8th Street, and then once we take care of everything,
I'll stand up with that issue.
I want my refund.
You're on the wrong side.
I know you're Secret Service. Do you have Biden's here? Are they looking out the window?
I know, I understand. I just need to get up to 8th Street. Hey guys. Hey. No, I understand. I'm not trying to fight anything here. You guys are just following orders, alright? You got drive up to 8th Street. Reflections, all units, time to respond. That's all units, time to respond.
We appreciate you guys being peaceful, man. We guys go to 8th Street.
Thank you, warriors. Thank you for standing up for Mother Earth. We love you. We see you. And they expect us to leave now. So we are on our way. You are in our prayers.
Where are you going to take
We love you. Stay strong.
No, take that.
You're in our songs, our prayers, and in our hearts, and in our spirits. We're coming to get you. Oh, make some noise. Everybody make some noise.
Okay? I still need you guys to push up to 8th Street. It's just random. Let's go. Alright guys, park's closed, man. Let's go. It's just the park's closed. We just need you to push up to 8th Street, okay? You guys push up to 8th Street for us, please.
So you're not giving us an actual reason.
I'm just saying you guys need to push up the 8th Street. That's all.
Gee, that's funny. I think that's a riot.
Is this your? Yeah, we can grab our things. Is this yours, sir? No, but it's part of our group. Okay, yeah, you can grab it. I'll grab it. Sir, I need to push up the issue, okay? You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
Stuff do I have? So, bills? I think so, yeah. I don't know. Secret Service is pushing us out of here.
This is what the bullshit is.
Out of the whole park. I mean, we can't even stay in.
Bullshit!
Can't even make sure our folks are safe.
It'll be okay. Just need you guys to keep pushing up.
Who's sleeping?
Park's closed, okay? I just need you guys to push up the issue. Alright, where we're yes, we're just right up there.
Go ahead. Can you provide the exact number of people who are actively changed to the
This is a climate change. This is a climate scientist has changed the fence. Okay? So they decided to close the park as a result of the action.
Certainly, that's our approximately 5 additional changes.
Just keep moving forward. Okay. Just keep moving. All right. Just trying to do our job here.
On the other side, behind
Please
that
do not have any
white racks, whatever they are.
Send them either east or west, please. Rescue officer, flagship all units. Pass over speed, all pass over speed, we're out of Southport 2. Alpha. Go pass over speed, Washington Avenue. Okay.
So y'all, for everybody on this live stream, this is America right here. Okay, sir. I don't know who's on it.
Where have you live streaming to?
I don't know.
You didn't go?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? You on this stuff?
Yeah.
You can soon.
I hear probably within the 4 hours.
It's all good.
Flagship is White House Operations Center. You want to finish your message to your staff to avoid the file?
So is this like legal to kick press out of the White House area?
Probably not. Nobody cares about the law if it's going the other way.
So we have to check if this is actually like legal what they're doing. No one is even allowed to fill in
I know. Oh, look at you, Mason. Oh, team play.
Medic 16, Oakland Park 17.
They're a brave.
They probably have braver and truth. They probably know the truth. So that's probably why they live the way they do. I'd be frightened. You know, my children are dying. You know,
Hey, man, they don't view me, man.
What's your back step?
You better, sir.
thanks for the warning.
Sergeant Indiana, go ahead, sir.
Oh, for real? An autograph.
So what's kind of going on right now is that there's one person who's been kind of very slow walking, as the police are saying, you know, everybody has to get back. The park is closed. Almost everybody left the park, but he's taking his time, which is why this final clear out's kind of slow, and that's why this is sort of the front line right now.
We got 500 feet to go. We'll be right there. Go on. I can take all the pictures you want now. That's the
All press.
As a reminder, route of travel, Baker for East on Part 2.
They're going to be extracting people from the gates. So if we don't get the live footage from their cams, which often they don't release,
Yeah, there are
no,
climate scientists and 4 other climate activists who have attached themselves to the White House fence. Scientists of the Science Rebellion. The activists are from all over the place to declare emergency. From Camp Easy, which is a frontline group of people who fight against pipelines going across Indigenous lands. They're attached to the fence. They're all nonviolent, civil, disobedient people. We are so far away, we can't see what's going on over there at the fence. This is really ridiculous.
Again, just to explain, there's 6 climate activists who chained themselves to the White House fence, which is why they cleared out the park. And what we're seeing is the remnants of a few people who wanted to clear the park very slowly in front of the Secret Service. But there's about 6 people chained to the White House fence behind them.
Surrounded by
What is it for when a child turns